It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom led pilgrims to Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin's Wharf, Fenway Park, Omar Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Boom!
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Good, man. A little manic Monday. Nothing really going on yesterday. I didn't hear anything from we didn't hear anything from the buffer zone or anything like that. So I was hoping we'd hear something, but maybe
You may hear something else coming up, maybe.
Oh, cool. I don't want to put you on the spot, but because we didn't talk this morning, but that's
No,
okay.
I guess some stuff. I gotta ask if I can share it, obviously.
Right.
But yeah, I got some stuff. Good stuff.
Tommy got some stuff. Tommy, 2 phones. Tommy, 2 phones is gonna be spilling the tea.
Yeah.
What a great show yesterday, huh?
Mike.
That was awesome.
I don't know.
I know.
That ain't my doing. I can't do stuff like that. That's someone else in charge,
But that was just
Perfect.
informative. Yeah, informative.
Yeah.
Having Eve and Dan and Broken Baker. It was like the perfect Monday mash.
I wouldn't have asked the same questions Eve asked. She's dynamite.
Yeah. Right. Right. Yeah. And and she's an accountant for restaurants. It's like it was perfect. It was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. When it comes to that, where to step back and let them talk, because man.
Yeah, they talk.
Nan and her. Get it.
I know. Nan's smart as fuck.
Yep. Love it too.
smart as fuck. I mean, just fucking smart.
Oh.
So how many juries do you think we see today?
Maybe 2.
Maybe I'm hoping 2.
Yeah.
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 Good morning, Broken Baker. I put in 2. I think in 2. There was a survey online. Yeah, I mean, after yesterday, I mean, they got they have 6 more dismissals, lack for a better word there, that they can use.
Yeah.
And then I mean, you got to start. I mean, they put 5 in one day, and that was awesome. I mean, I don't know what they're doing, but I don't know. I hope the buffer zone gets worked out. I hope we're all headed in the right direction. Free speech, First Amendments. I just getting trampled on. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of hearing about it. I'm sick of hearing about how if you live there, you're fucking crazy and whatever. You're right. It's shame on us.
Who else is gonna do it, Mike? Who else is gonna step up and at least try and do something, even if it's wrong? We're still trying to do something. That's the thing,
Yeah. I mean, the effort's there, but you're going up against the machine.
Yeah.
It can be hard.
Checkbook money. Unlimited.
Right. Hey, and don't forget today in Canton. Today's the big day.
Vote Susan Harrington.
Right.
And God help us, she doesn't win.
Because we got this in the bag. We're gonna win this. All right. This is huge. Anybody in Canton that's watching, I'll put it up again. But today's the last day to vote.
I hope she gets in, Mike.
And you know what? Hey, did you Christina Fortano wants to know if she got your Cash App yesterday?
I did. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I forgot to say thank you because it was crazy. Yes, I mean, Mike, yesterday was popping, even though it was a Monday.
I know.
So yeah,
Broken.
and you've been a loyal follower for a long time. So for that, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Long time. Even on my other channel, I don't forget that.
Oh yeah, that's right. We
So
have two. Yeah, we have 2 streams going, Tom.
yeah,
That's right. That's right.
yeah.
For
Yeah,
those of
you
you that don't
should.
want, for those of you who want to
Can
come on
you
over,
share? Can everybody right now, before we get out of the car or whatnot, can everybody share this to their Twitter or to their Facebook or whatever? Is that
please.
possible? You think maybe people?
Can you? Can you please do that for us? We'd like that a lot.
That'd be cool.
Florida in the house. Up here, it's like cold and raw. Tommy's heading to the outdoors, the great outdoors. I don't know, you know.
I'm telling you, Mike, I need a vacation. I need to get out of here sometime soon.
How? Where you gonna? We're too busy. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna get in my car and just drive.
All right. Well, yeah. As long as you can do a road show. Hey, do like Chronicle used
Until
to
I
do. Just
see
go up.
palm trees, Mikey, and then I can stop
So, yes. Well, so you're in the Carolinas.
somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah.
or just keep going.
Yeah.
South America.
Take a submarine.
I was thinking of renting a car, renting like a Dodge Charger. Just thrashing that.
Everybody, yeah.
Facing sideways and stuff, you know, all that good stuff you do with rentals.
Good.
Don't ever buy a rental car.
No comment. No comment.
Some back tires are all scalloped and bald and stuff. Hey, did I tell you I got baits? I showed you all the baits I got, Mikey.
I was there when you were ordering them, and they arrived the other day. You showed me the baits. Yeah, you're all happy.
Oh,
you should make one as a you should make one as a keychain. You know, take the hooks off of it and stuff, and
yeah, exactly. They have that.
you know.
Yep. So
make your own. Take the trebles off of it. Any news from last night? That I don't recall anything from going on last night. Last night was kind of the championship game. Florida, man, came back from 12 down.
What I watched last night. I caught up with somebody. I think I watched Melanie Little
on the turret case, or
no, on she's going over the motions and stuff.
Oh, really?
Poor Melanie.
She's
out of her mind. Like legit, this ain't normal, dude. This is so not right.
Holy shit, dude. Look at those fucking lures.
You like that?
Oh my god, dude. And they don't make these anymore, or make this brand anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Wow, dude.
They stopped making them in 1988, and they changed the mold. So the thickness of the plastic and the size and the density of the BB all work in the perfect combination. They can't figure out what makes them work.
You got that actual beetle one in the front there, man. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, those are old.
These are nice fish. You got every type of color. You got everything, dude.
Mikey,
when are you gonna go? Yes, sir.
When are you gonna go to members only tomorrow? I was thinking we haven't
phone call
for our members.
Well, yeah, I mean, how many? Yeah, I'm down for anything, dude.
Like before the show.
Okay.
Like earlier.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Whatever you want to do, I'm down.
Well, ask the members, 7 to 8. Does that work for you guys?
Does anybody in the membership club want to get up early tomorrow morning, have a cup of coffee, another cup of coffee for enough?
It's his member. It's his club.
All right, Glad. Yeah, you're in charge. All right. Friends and family. Go Gators, I know. Oh,
gotcha. Okay, I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna go to this. Go ahead.
Members only. I feel bad. I haven't done one in a while. They deserve a day, maybe a day.
Yeah. Okay. We got a select board meeting coming up tonight. Yeah. So after the polls close. So yeah, 8, maybe we could run that tonight, Tom. Are you there? Oh, he's in a bad zone.
Breaking up, bud.
So tonight at 8:30 or 8:20, there's a select board meeting. They should have the results in by then.
Okay, we could do that.
Uh,
What time is that?
Hello. I think it's at 8:30,
Hey,
but
Mike, you there?
yeah. So, yep, you're just going through a bad zone. Yep, you're there.
Yep. 8:30.
Yeah, maybe last time you did the town hall meeting. I mean that was great. You just let
Yep.
it play. Yeah.
Yes.
So we
Well,
should have the results.
Instead of people looking for it, it's right there. I got it for you. You know.
Yeah, no, I was watching. I was someplace else, and I was watching. You had like 1,000 people on Twitter. I mean, that's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many. All,
Something.
yeah,
It was a lot. I mean,
yeah, it was.
we get a lot of viewers from Twitter.
I know.
So
I know.
that's why I say if you have a
And
Twitter account, please share it.
so NBC 10 is going to be streaming the court hearings this morning. Just heads up, you guys, whatever you guys want to do in the chat.
NBC 10.
Yeah, well, they had Ronnie the juror on last night. Conley for select board. Flip, come on, stop it. But he's saying they should sequester the jurors.
Yes. I think that's the right move. I really do.
Why?
Put them in a hotel.
There's no what hanky panky going on. There's no what. I mean, being away from your family.
You're going to remove every possibility before it's a possibility. So if you sequester it and you control what is actually in front of the people, then
I mean, shit. She's going to this length to protect him with the buffer zone. Why not?
Right.
I don't know. You know. Why give them a bus ride and the chance to find their car? I don't know. I guess though, if you're Massachusetts, the government, if you want to know, you're gonna know. I mean, you can just did they do that for the OJ trial? Yeah, they did it for the OJ trial, and I tell you what, that was a long trial. I think it was like 5 months. It was crazy. Imagine being away from your family during the week for 5 months. Now they're not sequestered. They're not sequestered for the weekend, right? I mean, they're just
no.
So you get if you get
time. The entire time.
7 days a week.
Yes, sir. So I'm thinking that's what that's sequestering means. Impounding. I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could do that. Yeah, that's a long time.
If you go home on a weekend, you can just do a friggin' data dump and not say a word. And how are they gonna know, right?
Right.
That's the problem with that.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. 3-2, nope. Yeah. Well, shit. I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? You guys think we should? I mean, we've come this far, like Tommy said. Why put any chance of anything happening? I guess with them going home or going to a bar. I mean, it's like being in jail. Unless you got me at the Ritz or something crazy. I mean, that's all. I don't know. I don't.
Find a hotel for them.
You're not going to put me.
Mike,
What?
I think I freaking saved it.
Oh, good.
Let me look. Somebody stayed in Boston one night, right? And the receipt was ridiculous, Mike. Have you seen that?
For what?
Right here.
For Jera? Or what?
No. Watch this, dude. Check this out. Send. And let me see if I can send it to someone else too. Send. To get it on the screen. Share. Can I share from this way? Messenger. Chat. I can.
Yeah, you sent it to me. Let me see here.
Also.
Oh, this is like the taxes. Oh my God.
Dude, that's just one night.
All right, so you have if you spend this night in the city and you get a hotel room, you get oh my gosh, you get a city occupancy, state occupancy, convention center tax, Boston Cambridge tourism destination marketing district assessment, urban fee, city occupant. What the state what?
I can't, Mike. I fucking can't with these people.
Holy Jesus, man. That's a lot. That's a Mayor Wu. Come on.
One night, Mike.
Yeah.
Now, that's problem one. Problem two that I have,
Yes,
okay?
sir. Yeah.
This is a big freaking problem. It's very interesting, and I'm pretty sure the defense doesn't know about this yet.
You
If you go
sure?
on to, if you, watch me do this. La 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 la. I'm sending pictures. Everybody watch Mike's face real quick.
What are you
Everybody watch. Hold
what are you
on.
doing? No
I'm gonna send
nudes.
you something, right?
No nudes. No nudes.
No nudes. I
Good
don't
morning
have any, but
from
I would have any.
me. Oh, the Boston Harbor. So, I guess you're getting at the point where it must cost Karen to stay in there with the team sometimes, if oof, What do you think it costs for the whole trial for the team to stay in there? Not including flights, just to stay with food and meals. How much you think? How much do you think the total was? I guess you have to back into it day by day. God, that's a lot. I don't even want to put a number to it. I can probably figure it out, but I don't want to do it. Tommy, you should be texting. You should be texting and driving.
Yeah.
Melanie, 450K easily, huh? Yeah, half a milli. Wow. I don't know what I mean, it's a lot of it's a lot of money, man.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you send? Actually, I'll send them to the mods. This has to go up on the screen.
Okay. You talking about the Brockton residence?
No, look at that, real close. We did this, you know that, right?
Yeah.
Because of us.
So what do you got? So just get updated.
You see that, Mike?
Yeah.
A sweet number.
Yep. So they had to put a different. They didn't want it in the same office, really.
They moved it to the next building, Mike. So there's two buildings that make up this one complex are identical. Like building A, building B, they couldn't tell the difference, right? His building's in the left one, and he's in the right one, or his mailing address. But
Jesus
Mike,
Christ.
Kevin Reddington changed his address because we freaking put it out there that Kevin Reddington and Brian Albert shared the same office together. Now they changed it. Think about that.
Yeah, with junior detectives.
That's that.
Well, that was a lot of people that chimed in on that one. There was a bunch of people that went sleuthing for us.
That's we. I mean the collective we, all of us. We did that. We made him change his address, Mike.
Yeah. Well, he went from 1350, and then now he had a suite 104.
But he changed it's 1340 and 1350.
Right.
It's building 1 and building 2.
I wonder who owns the property. Interesting.
But what does that tell you? He's watching us. Hey, Kevin, what's up, bud? I drove to Avon. Higgy.
What's up, buddy?
You shouldn't be calling people at 7:30 in the fucking morning.
Tell me you can't plow their driveway for them.
I know.
I'm busy.
I got shit to do. What are you doing?
I'm on a stakeout at Canton PD. I'll call you later.
Yeah.
Oh, pillow talk.
Crazy.
Yeah, it happens, man. It happens.
Sure does. Yeah,
God.
so ready to change his address, dude. That's messed up.
That had happened last week. Yeah. Wow.
So he had to change it because it doesn't look good.
So book. Yeah. So if if you watch the previous episode, we found out that people, Brian Albert and Kevin J. Reddington were sharing an office or had an office that received mail to them. So now they've
They
changed
both
it
have
around
the
a little
same,
bit.
yeah, they both have the same mailing address and the same suite number.
And Reddington is Jen McCabe's lawyer. Just want to see what's going on. And remember, Reddington said that Jennifer McCabe passed a lie detector.
She sure did. Sure
He's
did.
he's slick, dude. If you ever do a bad crime and you want a shot at anything, I mean, he's got Turek, right? And he's basically screaming at the state police people. Like he's a different animal in court.
You
know
know
what I mean?
what? He's gonna
What?
have dinner with them tonight, Mike, and pay their meal. He plays the part, but he'll go and he'll buy dinner for them tonight. That's all. It's all a game, Mike. So it's all perception. Yeah,
I
we'll
wonder-
get you off on that one.
Did you do any FOIAs last night?
No, I didn't.
All right.
I actually left and I was like straight out for like 3 hours.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Well, you're a busy guy, So that was good news that the guy didn't actually pass away. He made it. They
Yeah.
revived him.
Oh my God! Talk about wow! I didn't. That was the best news I heard all day yesterday.
I can tell you
in
were
the
excited.
diner lived.
Yeah.
He lived.
And
So-
you gave up. You gave up on him. You walked away. You coded him out. All right, time of death is 9:50.
They hit him with the defib, and I looked at the remote and it was nothing. Like it was
Yeah.
just no. Some of it was noise, but it was nobody home there. So they hit it and he zapped them. And I don't know. Maybe they got him going in the ambulance, but
Yeah, but you know what? This damage.
they can shoot you with adrenaline and stuff in the air.
Oh,
That's what they do when they before they take off.
Yeah. If I drop some booger sugar on him or something, just let him go.
Yeah, something. Thank God, though. Thank God he's all right. My goodness, thank you. I felt so bad for that. Oh.
Yeah, you sitting around eating a bunch of eggs and talking to your buddy. Next thing you know, you're laid on the floor. That's not a good start to the day.
And you never know, right? How did he didn't plan on that? Who did? Who does? Nobody, right?
No, man. No. That sucks. I think the Turk defense starts today. Okay, cool.
You know what sucks?
What's up?
Karen Reed's father spoke yesterday, dude. In the media. The freaking media recorded him and clipped it. They didn't play the whole thing.
Of course not, man. Tom,
It's not fair to him.
I don't know. We keep keep on ringing the same bell, but eventually people are going to start to understand that someone speaking like that with all that stuff going on in his family, you got to give him more than 10, 12 seconds, Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, it just, did anybody else here carry money sold? Did anybody hear Kerry Roberts say he lived on Meadow and called it with Sergeant Good? It really sounded like a post tense. Yeah. He was live, not lives. Was it just me, or did he actually say that?
She's right. The verbiage that Kerry used was different.
Yeah. I can't wait.
Right?
I can't wait to see her get crossed. Can't wait. Can't wait, dude. Can't wait. Can't wait. Yeah, she's not family, folks. She's like Higgins. She's out there, she dug in and, she testified a couple times. And if she's, she did the wrong thing, they're going to flush that right away. We'll see how early she gets called. I wonder how Brennan's going to set up the witnesses, so to speak. And, is he going to start with Aruba, then move into the Snobe, and then move into come on. Jesus Christ. Okay, Melanie,
So
my
Mike,
mom had I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah,
she's
good.
all better though, right, Melanie?
Uh,
That's horrible to hear.
yeah, damage to her heart. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, my dad used to make the best big scallops. Oh my God. Oh, all right, Williamsport,
Hey, keep up the
Pennsylvania,
good
home of the
work.
Little League World Series. Right, man. I love scallops too. That's like one of my
You
favorite.
guys see out the window?
Yeah, you break it
Hold
up
on.
though. Yeah, what do you got? Yeah.
It's just one lone cop out front. Let me switch the cameras around.
No, we got him. We got the TV guy right there. I'm not getting a good reception there today, Tommy. It must be the weather.
I can swap. Hold on, I'm gonna swap it when I get to the parking spot. I'll swap it around.
All right. All right. Oh, the Hanging Lobster Pound closed? What? Man.
No, did it really?
That's that
You
place right
kidding
on
me? No
3A.
way.
Yeah, someone just said that. That's a place right on
Yes.
3A. Yeah. Little wooden building.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not good. That sucks.
yeah. I did read
There's a
something
place
where
in
a lot.
Abington that has them too. That are good.
Yeah. Yeah. Cohasset's got a good one too.
Wow.
Tommy Two. Oh, you hit a substitute teacher that looked like Tommy Two Phones. Tom's got many talents. He might have been there teaching an AV class. Who knows?
Yeah, no kidding. There's nobody
I,
here.
I,
There's-
what, wow, they still got yellow tape up, and they haven't moved the barriers yet either.
Yep.
That's interesting. Interesting.
And they're patrolling. They're patrolling the friggin' yard there.
What yard? You mean the where
The
the
side of the courthouse
oh yeah,
where people
Green
park.
Harbor Lobster, yeah. Did you get your prime parking spot yet or no?
I'm checking. I don't know if that's handicap or not. I think it is. That one
Is
looks
Scott
handicap.
out? Did you see Scott out there?
I don't see Scott.
McGinnis.
I didn't see him.
McGinnis. Jesus.
He's all right. He'll be okay.
Of course he will. Rain, sleet, or
Right.
snow, Scott
If
McGinnis is
not-
ready to go.
Oh my. Oh my.
What's the matter?
Primo. Again. Lucky. All right. Let's get up and see if we can get Karen going into court.
How? From way back
Let
there?
me swap this. Yeah, well, looking down the street.
Oh yes. Friday night, 7:00. Feral Fridays with the two mods, Amy and Kelly and Tommy and myself. Oh, it's gonna be unfiltered. So, no children, no kids. I would even put your dogs away. Just saying. Just gonna be crazy.
That better, bud?
Yeah, he's nice and loud now. Yep.
Okay.
You're actually too loud. Is it too loud in there? I can turn mine down, I guess.
Okay. Listen, Mike, we got to do a pizza thing. We got a pizza thing coming up. We got to do another pizza thing. Maybe at Deanne's because they really like us there. Good pizza too.
Yeah, the pizza is good there, man.
What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, you put them together, you can do
Maybe
it.
do it on a weekend,
Yeah.
right? Do it like a Saturday night. Raise some real money for Karen.
Whatever you want to do, dude, I'm down. You make the plans. Once you go to a big screen, and I'll go to small screen. Stop flicking the lighter, will you?
Yeah, I think we can have some fun.
Can
And
make
you know
that
what?
screen- Good.
Print up some shirts ahead of time.
Can,
Give
can
away
you
some shirts.
can you make your
But
screen bigger? Hold on.
what you think?
I can't hear you. You're breaking up a little bit. Can you leave them alone, Mike? All right. So I want your screen bigger. Can you hear me?
I can't. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah, perfect.
Better?
Yeah. They don't want to keep looking at my ugly face, man. They want to look at you. You keep on, I mean, the connection's not great, but whatever. It's still fine. Hey, we got some pink out there. Barrel Fridays with Kelly and Amy. Yeah. All filters are off. Yeah, you keep freezing up, Tom. But it might be just the weather. I have the perfect face for video. Motherfucker. A lot of good jokes flying around, and that's yesterday, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah. People are funny as shit yesterday. Ugh. I think Tom's all frozen. I don't know what's going on, Tommy. Kirk 71. The fix is already in for Conley. That's why the audit came out this week. Ooh. Like, I will not say no to anything anymore in Canton because it is so ridiculous. I don't know if the protests are getting screamed at. Yesterday they did walk down to the courthouse when Karen was walking up. I don't know if they're probably going to do it again, but they get pink and stuff on, so I don't know. They were yesterday. They were in regular clothes. So
Better?
yes, yeah.
Cool.
You're really loud though, and you still got that click going on a little bit, but no big deal. You there?
Yeah.
All right. All right. Sue Harrington, if you're voting from Canton,
I turned my mic
up
down.
is your right. Yeah, perfect.
Nice. Kamoa's going live at 4 o'clock for the election. Awesome.
Yep. And then town hall meeting. Yep. Oh. So hopefully we hear back from the Supreme Court today. It's been all over the news,
What's up?
the mainstream media. Hopefully we hear back from the Supreme Court or federal court, I mean. That would be nice.
Yeah.
You know. We'll see.
You know what? No matter what, however, whenever I leave my house, I
Yeah.
get here at the same time. If I leave early, doesn't matter. If I leave late, doesn't matter.
8:33.
Hour and 10 minutes this morning to get here.
Really? Jesus
Yep.
Christ. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Looks like the same normal crowd every day.
Same way. Drive it blindfolded.
And they still haven't moved any barriers down. Yeah, that sucks.
Nope. Oh, I'm going on. Oh, that dropped, huh?
What happened?
Morning. How are you? Morning.
Hi. Be proud of yourself. One Tom.
Thank you, guys. I would done it for anybody. Thank you. Where do you live? The only thing, and I'm saying thank God.
Tom,
Thank
you.
you.
You still got that
Thanks,
clap
guys.
going in the voice. I don't know what it is. You keep every time you talk, it like cracks.
That's the internet.
Okay.
And I'm under an umbrella.
Under my umbrella. So the traffic looks normal, nothing crazy. So there's nobody down at the other side at all. They're all down here, right?
Yes.
All right.
La la la.
Hey, you
So
know
the
what?
same people that are here every day. You know, you got to give it up for these. These are the troopers here. You know.
Yep, they haven't missed a day yet, dude.
Owen, how are you, dear? Good. Good to see you.
Nice to meet
Thank you. Like that? You want some of it?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Sir, I'm already frizzed.
Gotcha.
Too late. Good to see
Are
you.
they
Good
gonna
to be
are they
seen.
gonna are they gonna walk down? Do you know?
I wouldn't risk it again.
Oh yeah. I know what you're saying. I didn't want to talk about it because we're
Just
being
the
monitored.
argumentative type of atmosphere that they're in is just a
Yeah,
no,
you're right.
no.
Yep.
So yeah, so I'm thinking pizza party, right? Ian. Um, I'll see if we can get for shirts and prints. Having a problem ordering certain shirts. I try and get this one shirt, it doesn't come in. But yeah, um, that's gonna have to be done pretty quick though. I'm gonna talk to Miss Carey about this. See what that time frame is.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe this weekend, guys. What do you think of that? Pizza party.
I'm down. I like Deanne's Pizza Man for sure.
Yeah, Deanne's is nice, right? They treat us nice. They like us. Very pleasant people there.
Yeah, they gave us the whole
Kino
room. Yep, you get Kino, you get the whole other room. It's pretty cool.
gave us our own waitress too.
Yeah, they did actually. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, nice little easy pizza party for everybody.
Well,
That's a good idea.
are you
Yep.
gonna you definitely gonna do it now? Is it on the table
I,
or you want to wait a little bit
I
on the
think
day?
I think we should talk about it. Like maybe pencil it in. How about that? We'll
Put it on
pencil
the
it in.
calendar.
We
All
won't
right.
be putting in a pen yet. Um, there's a friend of mine that's he wants to come to a pizza party, but she's kind of afraid. So
She's kind of afraid.
yeah, she doesn't get out much. So
Okay. All
it's like
right.
a homebody type of a thing. That's all. But yeah, pizza's easy, right?
Yeah, that pizza's
You
good.
don't gotta clean up. Let them do all that.
No, it's good, man. It's good stuff.
Easy to get to.
Deanne's?
Yeah,
Yeah.
easy, right?
Really? Well, yeah, depending on where you live. I mean, yeah, it's easy to get to. It's not hard to find. No. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down, dude.
Nice.
I'm down.
I'll see if I can maybe get someone else to come. Special guest.
Oh,
I'll see. That'll be a phone call I gotta make.
yeah. I did with a bunch of special guests. Maybe Bob Bacon will fly in.
Yeah, there you go.
Once he was telling me he was showing us on the map, the calendar when he was coming. So it's this month, I think.
You never know. What? You just hanging, checking things out. I need a puppy.
Any puppies around? No.
Sorry, Miss Cat.
Huh?
Because my random talkingness kind of keeps her off. Like this. Look at that car. That car right there. If you don't notice, there's an Apple symbol right in the car right there. See it?
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Tries to even work. There we go.
Wants,
Thank you.
everybody likes the town spa, but you can't get to.
Good. How are you?
FKR supporter?
Yeah. He said, "How you doing, guys?"
Yeah, we're
A lot
talking
of
about
people in the
DMV
cars waving.
and Abington. Yes.
I think I'm gonna pick them too. You need me, miny, mo.
What? Oh my God! Like,
Throw in the
legit, like,
buffer zone, Mikey.
Okay.
You notice like one cop doesn't take it upon himself to do it. You notice that?
Well, yeah. Well, they got so many people there, right? I mean,
Yeah, but there's no initiative because they can't. You know what I'm saying? They can't act out of. They can't act on their own. They have to have permission. It's like good morning, fam. Good morning from Buffalo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
the stormtroopers have arrived. Yeah, what is up with the outfits? Sometimes I always wonder why they wear those things. It's just like,
Yeah,
they're
the
supposed to,
big boots.
yeah, it's just it's is that supposed to be intimidating? I don't know, but it can't be comfortable.
No. So, good morning from Pittsburgh. Good morning. Wow, man. They're all over. And don't forget ribbons on the trees, guys.
Oh yeah, the pink ribbons,
Pink
people.
ribbon
Yeah,
on the tree until she's free.
on the tree until she's free. Wow, that's cool. I like that.
You like that?
Yeah,
Maybe one of the mods can make a sticker.
a stick. You know that person that spray painted the rock, free Karen Reed. Tommy, there's your ride. Be careful.
Yeah.
There's someone fucking spray painted over it.
What did they put on it?
Well, they had free Karen Reed, like, in nice letters and stuff. And
Yeah.
someone came by in the middle of the night and spray painted over it. And they
Idiot.
didn't really, I don't know, they didn't write it. They just put like black paint over it and stuff. I'm like, what, again,
Unnecessary.
just hate in people's hearts, I don't know. Just, I don't understand it sometimes, but whatever.
So, yeah, I'm gonna be on the show
Oh yeah, what are you doing?
tomorrow night.
What show?
Seeking, not seeking justice. Oh my
Justice Served?
God, Justice Served. Justice Served TV.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a
Jesus.
drone. I have a drone. The
Yeah,
problem
you
is
can't
I can't use the drone.
Yeah.
Morning, Mike. Can you imagine if I flew a drone and what they do to me?
They'd fucking arrest you, dude.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They will arrest you. Without a question, they'd be all over you.
What's this? Something's going on here.
What's going on?
All right, Mike. Let's see how good you are. Do you remember what this is and where it goes to?
I know it's a nut.
But
That goes to like your extension of your phone or something, right? No? I don't know.
goes to the bike. To a bike.
A
The
bike.
brake assembly of a bike.
Oh yeah, I can see that right there. Yeah.
You see right there how it goes? It's broken.
Oh yeah. Probably
Oh.
front, maybe a front wheel, maybe.
Yeah, front brake. Yeah.
So
Done.
look around for somebody that's on the sidewalk right now, sideways.
Yeah. Oh. Nope, that's not her car.
Are you going down to the bakery?
Yeah, I
today,
think
or-
we'll go to the diner. Right? I
Okay,
can
cool.
do stuff now that we're all set up. I know what I'm doing here.
Yeah,
We can bang out some foyers if you guys want. It's up to you guys. I'll throw some out there.
I want to know what's going on in the federal court with the buffer zone, man. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I got that. I got that. Let me send a quick text to see if I can share that, Mike. All right.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
All right. Hold on. Let me ask him. Wait a minute.
Oh, God. Who are they? So if they stop it, no, the jury selection is still going on. Yep. Yeah, they just, I think, I guess it was what, 45 people, and 35 of the 45 knew something. No town hall tonight. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that, Corey. Yeah, you can vote, I think, all the way to 8 o'clock tonight. But I mean, oh, it's killing me, man. It's killing me.
All right, I just sent him a text. We'll see what he says. I'll wait for him to
all right.
respond.
All right. Oh, goodness gracious.
So what do we think today? 2 jurors, you think?
There was a survey on X, and I said 2. But you know what? Who knows? It all depends. Like, so they went through that whole batch.
They got
of them.
10. They just need 6. They got 6 in one day, didn't they?
They had 5 in one day. Yeah. Yeah, there'll be 80 to 100 jurors at the court today. They should be able to get 2. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, who knows? I don't,
We're hoping for at least 2, right?
So what do we have? 10 right now total?
Yes.
Is that,
10
right.
total.
All right.
It would need 6 more.
Some yeah, good citizens. Yeah, they're gonna be 100 at least today. 80 to 100. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jessica Machado's inside the courtroom, tweeting live,
Yep.
folks.
Nice. And I think who just walked in? I can't see. I can't even tell you who freaking walked in, Mike.
I know, bro. We're working on that, right? I mean, thank God we're on it now. You know,
That's just discouraging.
Well, we talked about this. I'm just saying we talked about this, and I remember Hardman saying in Stoughton things were going to be a lot different this year.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
That church is the one that complained, and all the people for the farmers market.
Because Karen didn't rent out the church probably again. Who knows? I mean, there's so much to it. It's hard to say, it's hard to say who did what, but yeah, but that's
Could be anything, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
But
I tell you, keep giving your business to the Grateful Diner and the bagel shop, and that's what we can deal with today, and that's what we're going to do.
Yep.
I don't know, Oh, I'm just afraid someone's going to get,
Yeah. And that's it.
I hope. Yeah, I just hope they realize what
there's 2 people walking down the street right now, right?
Yeah, but if they
are the cops gonna even harass them? They're just trying to go to school, Mike. Are they gonna get harassed?
Oh, who knows?
They shouldn't, right?
No. Like anybody that wants to jog or walk, I mean, you feel like you're walking in West Germany. It's crazy. Papers, please. Come on.
Who sent the $10? I can't see it. What did that say? I see it. Gather outside the zone. I see. I tell I can see.
All right. So Karen Reed is so effing innocent. Idea: gather outside the zone, dress all in black, no signs, no flags, maybe tape over your mouth, walk slowly through the zone, absolute silence, turn around and go back and through. Yeah, I've seen that done before. You're right. It's a good idea. I mean, there's people out there that just they're not going to do anything. I don't understand. Is she worried that the jurors are going to see her? I don't understand.
And the jurors come out back.
I don't know. I just that's still protesting with tape over your mouth. Yeah, good citizen. You're right.
Here comes Erica. Erica's coming on from the other side of the street.
That girl's got stones. I love it. Hey, hit that like and subscribe. We're gonna do a members only this week. So join if you want to. If not, it's okay. Still love you.
Wonder what they're gonna say. I'm curious about that now.
What's the matter? She talked to him?
No, they just went down there.
Oh. I think if they pinch somebody like Michael Bryant reported on the additional court thing.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I don't know what that means. Yeah, most girls do have more stones than yeah. That was interesting. There was no women,
Brendan just showed up.
on that audit team. Yep. Oh, she's turning around. Okay. Supposed to get warmer, Tommy.
What's up, bud?
Michael Bryant filed a restraining order. Okay.
Yes. So did I.
Okay.
I mean, if he's putting it out there, I don't see why I can't. We're in the same.
Yeah, you're on the same docket.
Yeah. Yeah, I read it last night or early this morning. What she say? I sent a text today, and I didn't get a response back. It's bad. Now I got to track that person down and start sending certified mail.
Right.
We'll figure it out.
Michael B. reported on a couple of restraining orders regarding the buffer zones. Okay. I don't
Where
know
was
what
that?
means. In our chat. I don't. I forget who said. I forget who said it. Hold on. Sandra Beatles fan. Thank you. Yeah, same docket. He just released it on Justice Served. Okay.
Okay, then we can talk about it at the diner. I have it.
All right. Okay, watch it right now. People are watching it. Breaking news, folks.
Yep. Comes Karen. You ready?
Yep.
Yep. He just turned and waved to every one of us.
Did she really?
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. She knows we're here.
Yeah.
It's all that matters, right?
Yep.
Giddy up. That was great, Mike.
Cool. You heading down to the diner? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Got some paperwork to do, right, people? Maybe we can ask Mr. Noble. Oh, I can't talk to that man. I'm sorry, I can't.
Ask who?
He's also on that list, Mike.
Who?
Welcome to Massachusetts.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
There's the driver for Karen right there.
so we're gonna get the if you guys we'll put the court hearing up like we do every morning for a little bit, and then we can chime in. You know.
Yeah.
But
The court will pop the court up in the corner.
yeah.
Right.
Tommy Two
Done with
Phones
it.
is on it. Tommy Two Phones is on it. Not a problem.
Got it, bud. Got it.
Yeah.
Put that away.
Stop. Are you flicking a lighter?
But no, I'm actually opening and closing doors to put stuff away
Oh.
in my car.
Oh, all right.
Nope.
Flamingo Chicky. Yeah, we're trying to figure her out right now. We're gonna log on and see what's going on with Michael Bryant. You're more than welcome to put it in the chat. Yeah,
I have the same thing he has.
yeah.
So give me a minute, guys, and we'll get over to the diner.
Mike, leave him alone. Everybody loves Tommy Two Phones. I mean, I didn't do it. I just said you get a lighter again. What the frig?
No ladder.
Tommy Two Cars as well. You're right. Tommy Two Personalities. Tommy Two Balls. Tommy Two
Hey.
Phones. Tommy Two Fisher Rods times 5. Tommy
Yeah, a
Two
couple
Louis.
fisher rods. I do have well, on my baits I'm collecting. I got doubles of them.
Tommy Two Feeds.
Two hands.
All right, so Kelly's gonna be home in 5 minutes, and she'll be right back. Okay.
Sweet. I know. The mods are on it today, so
They're on it every day, bro. I mean, they're really. I mean, come on.
all right, real quick, we're gonna pop back into this bakery real quick, okay? Look at what they got.
Yeah. Oh, we had Nan wants a bear claw. So.
You sure about that?
Oh my goodness. What the F, dude? Wow.
Yeah.
Holy that. Yeah, Tom, that looks good, dude. It
Yeah.
looks better than whites.
Yeah, I know lights.
Probably better than Garinos.
Probably better than Greenos. Yeah.
The Garinos don't even know how much food they have. They don't even know how much food they
I'll
have.
be back. Go have breakfast. I come back and get dessert. I promise. My buddy.
He likes you, man.
He's a good guy. You can go around me, guy. All right.
Everybody's posting pictures of their dogs today. I love it.
I hope everybody's having a good day.
Just another Tuesday. Getting drunk on a Tuesday. I remember that tune. I remember that song. Getting drunk on a Tuesday. Tommy Two Bones. Yes, Mark. Yes. Yeah, how's a motherfucker?
There's electricity over here anywhere. Electricity?
What about
Yeah,
that
put it at the wall.
that police officer that got caught trying to get a little girl in Charlestown yesterday or the other day, $5,000 in cash. He's a cop. He had coke,
Yeah.
booze,
Okay.
and he was trying to get a 15-year-old girl yesterday in Charlestown. I mean, come on. Well, how do these people even make it on the force, man?
Yeah.
I don't know. See, I
Got
like
to
your
right
girl.
here. Can I go right here?
Is that your girl? That's your girl, yeah.
Yeah. Can I move this over? This one? Yeah. It says scooch it over here, like in the corner here. Look the other way. Yeah, this one causes the power there.
Kilos of coke.
Yeah. I just want to be able to
I
move
know.
this table close to it because there's a cord, and I don't want to drag the cord over it.
All I can think about is if he actually met, how many times. So this is, to me, I'm just thinking, how many other times has he done it? Like legit,
Like,
you know what I mean?
If I put the table here, I can plug right in there.
Hey, do you want to put yourself on mute or whatever you want to do? I don't care.
Just go right around it. It's not busy. I don't
Tom,
care.
just tell me
I
when to
don't
back
care. As
off.
long as it's all right with you guys. I'm easy to please. There you go. Perfect. Put me in the corner. I'm used to being in the corner. We're good. All right,
It
answer.
used to be in the closet. I mean,
I think they sound
Yeah, retrial. Yeah, it's not Netflix. It's ID Discovery. ID Discovery.
I think Tom's got a little man crush on
A
this.
Man in the Snow. Karen retrial.
Tommy Two
Yep.
Phones. Yeah.
In the Snow.
Yep.
On ID Discovery.
Or Max.
Is it on Twitter?
No, Max. Max TV.
Max. Cinemax. MAX. Max. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
That's awesome, right?
What's this? Oh yeah, Rhode Island. I saw that the Rhode Island cocaine tracker bust with 500 grams. That's a lot of fucking booger snugger. What do you call it? Booger sugar. Yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight. It's a lot of weight.
And that's
See,
we happen to wait.
Back in the day, you take that guy and you work up from there. You don't stop there, man. You get that guy. You don't tell a fucking soul. You flip that motherfucker and keep going. Anyways, that's what you should have done. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with Tommy Two Phones' mic. I don't know. It's good one day, it's bad one day. It's like the weather. We just don't know what we're gonna get. But I agree. I think just with all the grifting that we do, I mean, hundreds of thousands of dollars a week. Tommy, you should get a new microphone. Yeah, the Booger Sugar, Colombian marching powder. Yes. What else is a good one for it? Oh Jesus! Someone had one on there the other day, like a little clip or something. It's funny. Hello. Who wants breakfast?
Oh, you're on the camera, by the way. There you go.
Oh,
No,
that's
you're
okay.
good. You're good. They love the diner. All the people
Miami,
that are
Miami
on the
listen.
camera, they all love the diner. Yeah. They do. They love this place.
Yes.
They gotta come visit. Lots of people.
So the guy's name from Fall River. Yeah, I know, Danielle. That's a good point on Twitter. Is this, you know, they let that cop out of the front of the courtroom and he walked to his car and there was people all over him. I mean, he's a cop too, and they still let him, but what he did was just outrageous. And they let him out with
no coming back from that.
No, dude, he's a pedo.
No, should they? The guy should be dead. Can't fix that.
My problem is this: it's not his first time.
No, they let it go because they're all a bunch of crazy psychos. All of them.
Holy shit, dude! Like when you say stuff that you know about in Canton and stuff, and I hear you say it, I'm like, yeah, I cut it in half maybe, but fuck that. No, it's happening, man. Oh God, man.
Let me hotspot my phone. We're almost there, guys.
Yeah, do you want to get dirty? That is this guy's like, and he's a good-looking dude. I mean, drugs are a wonderful thing, I guess. I don't know what to tell you, man. Idiot, just ruined his life. Nose cola, I love it.
Almost there. Come on now. Online, check. Stream, yeah. Check.
The crop that they got in Charlestown had the same before. Okay. I'll have rashes, wheaten bread, and the sunny sign up. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys are great, man, in the chat, dude. Seriously.
The chat is the best. We have the best chats anywhere.
I laugh my ass off every day. I'm getting a play-by-play from Kelly Armand. She's walking in the door now. Yeah, Bernice, okay, drugs are hard. I'm recovering. I don't have for 12 years. Yeah, I'm coming up 11 years clean. That's awesome, man. Good for you. Yeah, it changes you. I mean, owns you. It just owns you. And if you ever had to struggle with it before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But to go out and go out in the public like that and try to lure someone into a hotel room, and that's another level to me. That's a whole different level of just being addicted to something, you know. It's different. You're addicted to a couple of different things. So I don't know. I don't know what you. And I was talking with my wife last night. I'm like, I wonder if like in a year from now he'll have his job back at another police station, or is he gonna make the post commission list like ASAP, dude? Like, take his gun and badge. You don't get another shot with this kind of stuff. If you're found guilty, which he will be because they got the Texas to prove it, what his intentions were, it's over. Done.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
There's no rehab because 20 years from now, that guy can just say, you know what, F it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try. I don't know. It just, and that's gonna stay with him for the rest of his life. Anytime you Google that guy's name, it's gonna be out there, bro.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so, man. So
There's a lot that we can do to fix that. I mean, some of these laws might.
I hate the fact that back in the day, that I'm talking maybe 15, 20 years ago, that they could do something like this and just switch police departments and none the better. Just keep going. Yeah. We got you, bro. It's a blue light. It's just, come on. Oh,
There we go. Up and running. Thanks. Adding to the stage.
Jesus Christ. I know we go 3 times. I went to Framingham prison. I live in that. Hey, Bernice, thanks for sharing, man. I mean, that's,
You okay, Dave?
glad,
Perfect.
glad
I'm
you're
good.
I'm glad you're still here.
Perfect. Oh my. Well, I'm glad you're here to talk to us about it, Bernice. That's
Yeah.
not a good thing.
Yeah. But no, she's at the point where she can talk about it, feel comfortable,
Yeah.
because that's what's good. I like that because you have to get it out. You have to talk about it. It's something you just can't keep inside. I could be wrong, but but still, like anything, the opposite of addiction is acceptance. So if you are an addict, the worst thing you can do is shun that person away. The best thing you can do is try to bring that person in if you can. Just saying.
There's a kid that I helped get sober.
Yeah.
He's in Brockton. He works in the church now. He's the director of a youth group
There you
for
go.
troubled youth in Brockton. So funny how the small things you do to help people, they actually like help a lot of other people, unbeknownst to yourself.
So what's going on with Justice Served? They're taking it. What's going on, JBZ?
You get my OJ and me, and we get that document up here.
All right.
Now I have my laptop. Now I'm happy.
So
I've
court,
waited.
we still need 6 jurors. You guys, what do you guys think? We're gonna have it this week. You think? If we get 3 today or 2 or 3 today, I say they get it done by Friday and start Monday. I don't know. Just talking out loud, people.
Yeah, that'd be something. That would be trial next week, right?
That'd be trial next week.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Just spread the word, like, and right? Yeah, Tommy.
Yes, sir.
Kelly's gonna put on Justice Served. It's 7 minutes long. She's gonna put it up.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you don't have to worry about it.
Awesome.
All right, Go ahead, Kel.
Thank you.
Whoa,
that is so loud.
That was so
Like,
loud. I was like breaking news.
I'm gonna have broken eardrums. Is what
And
we
not
got.
only that, my mic was muted. I was like, oh, I guess we have breaking news.
Yeah, it does. It does mute our microphone. So this I hold in my hot little hand here has not been filed yet. So pretend I'm not telling you about this. But it relates indirectly to the Karen Reed case. This is in the United States District Court, District of Massachusetts, in the case of DeRosier and Bryant versus et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Bryant, do I know him?
I don't know. There's a declaration that is going to be filed because we need a little something called the temporary restraining order. or a preliminary injunction.
gonna,
First, alternative in pending
You want
appeal.
something?
So
Yeah.
this has to do
Tommy,
with the
Yeah.
second of three
Tommy,
cases.
And don't
that,
forget, I
that
owe
have
you
been
for,
filed by Mark Randazzo on behalf of
yesterday, the guy. Yes.
a number of folks,
You
reporters,
know, I bought him
protesters.
food.
First case,
Tommy!
4 protesters. Second case, 2
And
journalists.
also the protesters against Judge Beverly Canoni. for the mayor.
Yeah, very specifically, yes. But they
Put it
wanted
on
to do
mute.
it
Thank you.
at or near the courthouse in the buffer zone. So that was the first lawsuit. Second lawsuit was Tom CPU and myself, and that is a case against the Massachusetts State Police for being mean to us. They were so mean.
It was more than being mean. I was on the air with that, and I was like, "Hey, wait a second. Could you repeat that? Could you repeat that? We're going to cut that right now. We're going to put that clip on the air." There was 8 minutes of me being on the air with you. That was not being mean to you. That was violating your First Amendment rights, in my opinion.
Well,
You can take it over since it's your case, but I was
what
pretty
we
pissed.
what we have is so a declaration in which I say, I'm a journalist. I wish to report on the Kara Reed trial from the sidewalk in front of the Dedham Superior Court today and every day. I guess maybe not today. I am chilled in doing so because the direct order given to me by Massachusetts State Police on April 1, 2025, in their enforcement of the buffer zone bars my journalism. I declare independently of perjury, blah, blah, blah. So that is hot off the press, and that's to be filed in conjunction with a request for a temporary restraining order. There is already one filed for the protesters, which was the lawsuit filed about, I think, a day, because Mark Randazzo was super busy.
Right.
He
You had
filed it.
the 4 people before.
Before.
Or 2 days before, maybe 2 days before, only because you filed a declaration in support of that lawsuit.
Yes,
after
that is
this
true.
happened. Right.
That is true. And there's a lot of paperwork flying around. It happened so quickly because Mark Randazzo is good at what he does. So then this one came up.
We talked about it, by the way. If anyone wants a primer on this, the other day, I think it was Thursday, we actually spoke about, Michael showed the sheet from the federal court on the 4 plaintiffs who were the initial lawsuit that he's talking about, and he filed the declaration you did after what happened to you in Massachusetts in support of their restraining order request.
Correct. Yeah, and those are the protesters, distinct from the second case, which were journalists, and then the third case, which is a direct result of the video, and I'll show that it's like 10 seconds. We can look at that again. Is the gentleman, Mr. Delgado, who dared to wear that little lapel-sized sticker that said "Justice for John O'Keefe, FKR." Right. So that's the 3 totally separate lawsuits,
and that was ripped off him.
Yes, and his is more, if you look at it, it's more assault and battery, that kind of case. It's not as much a First Amendment type case, although obviously it is because he's wearing a sticker that he should be allowed to wear. So that's one part of it. But for the trooper to rip the thing off as he did, that's an assault and battery.
You know what? Let's take this question, because this is one that's right. Grandpa Munster's multi-track lab. Are you a journalist or self-described journalist? Self-described journalists are a dime a dozen, and they are journalists. Well, let me answer that for you. Number one, we're reporters. We're journalists. We were on the air for 6-7 years anchoring a law and crime. Number two, Michael Bryan has been on a number of TV shows where he's been a journalist. Number three, he has an Emmy and you don't. And you can ask that kind of question when you can bring your Emmy to the table, sit it down and put it there, and then you can discuss it with him. All right, I'm finished.
Yeah, for those who don't know or care, it's been about 40 years that I've been reporting either on local level, national level, syndicated level. Yeah, I'm about as journalist as you could get. So now, having said that, I don't care if you have the credentials like I do or not. You have the right to report on matters of public interest. And in this day and age where, this platform and many others gives access to really anybody who wants to seriously do it. Yeah, sometimes I admit it's a little hard to sift through those who really are carrying out a journalistic endeavor, or they're just kind of screwing around. I get that. I still think you can't, with a broad brush, say, unless you're traditional,
legacy media,
that you don't qualify. Well, that's just stupid. So,
and it's not even that. They said to you, I've seen you walk by 5 times. Don't do it again.
Yeah.
You walked by
Yeah.
here 5 times. They were watching you 5 times because you were walking back, reporting on people. You were talking to people,
Right.
and
I
then you
had
were
different
walking
people
with them.
the time I
Right.
went by. I think I went by once by myself. But that's so what? I mean, so
Right.
what?
So
And
what?
I've been so surprised at people who, not unlike the Munster person there, they're just kind of ignorant about the First Amendment, and they think that the court can just close down public sidewalks just because they want to. They can't. And the order in place here doesn't close down the sidewalk. It creates a buffer zone for those that are protesting, supporting either side in the Karen Read case, prosecution, although I never see anybody there for prosecution, or the Karen Read supporters. That walking in front of the courthouse has nothing to do with any of that.
Right. Nothing.
I'm just trying to get steps in.
And as a matter of
you
fact, the Dedham police, the Dedham police order that I have in my hot little hands over here basically says that the sidewalks are not closed. The sidewalks are public sidewalks still to be able to use. And if they're going to close them, they will let you know. Like here, if the president of the United States comes through and he's going to go to Trump Tower, they may close the sidewalk as his, before, about half an hour before his car and his entourage goes past. They tell you that. They tell you that we could close the sidewalks at any time in today or tomorrow because he may be here. But otherwise, it's a public sidewalk. I can walk past Trump Tower 1,000 times every day.
Unless there's a public safety issue or some other issue, specific issue, you can't just through prior restraint stop people from saying things, doing things, walking by things. It has to be so narrowly tailored. Well, what's the order doesn't even address it. Why? Because the order is more appropriate. I don't like it, but it's more appropriate. I would still fight it, but it's more appropriate than one that would say nobody can walk back and forth on the sidewalk in front of the courthouse for 9 hours a day.
Right.
That on its face is a joke, but that's how the troopers are interpreting and enforcing it, and that's the biggest problem.
Well, that was good to hear. That was good. I think Tom's still muted. Yep, there you go, buddy.
You hear me now?
Yep, we got you. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of background noise. I can hear the whole restaurant. Yeah. That was good to watch.
How about that? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. I don't want to
Wait a
watch you
minute.
eat your breakfast though.
Mike?
Yeah.
All right. Let me do this. Let me mute this. Mute that. There we go. How about that?
You're still
Oh my-
breaking up. Oh, you just got a guest.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I different one of the things that I took here.
Maybe I'll give you me.
Did you guys hear that crackling noise? Yeah.
Yeah, you're on.
Hey, Kristen.
Look who I got.
Are you still crackling a little bit?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, I know why. I know why.
Yeah, you want to get out that noise cancellation thing, whatever it was.
Is that better?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you can't hear the background noise.
Yeah.
but-
Cool. Look what we got here. Kristen's with us.
I know.
Hello,
I saw her
everyone.
walk in. Yeah.
Jumped
How you
in.
making out? How you making out the ticket?
Oh, the ticket. What's up with the ticket there?
So I have to email the stuff over to Jay over at Mark Randazzo's.
Yeah.
I appealed the ticket, so I guess I just have to wait for court date.
Tom,
Okay.
You're I don't know what you're doing, Tom, but you're on a wall. You're on a wall.
You're on a wall?
You're putting it right on the wall. Yeah.
I'm doing that because I'm putting the speaker to my ear because I can't hear it coming out of this
Oh, but
camera.
so whatever you got, I don't know what's looking at you. Is your laptop looking at you?
Yeah,
There you go. All right.
two
Now
of
that's
them
better.
are.
All right.
Me and Kristen,
That-
can you hear me?
that-
If I put you over here, I
Yeah, can you-
cannot hear you.
Oh, all right. So
But if I do this, try to get this here to come out with the sound.
My speaker.
No, that would kill it. That would be different. It's just on this, the audio has to be selected. I want that, and then output. I will
yeah, the sound is still crackety crack. Up to you.
How about that? Is that better?
Yeah, we can just go on mute for a little while if you want. Whatever. Or I can, you know what I could do is I could log off and you guys can have a conversation and carry on. It's up to you. I can't hear you, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's an echo, but yep. But I tell you what, I'll
It
log
won't echo
off.
now, will it?
Nope, you're good. You're good.
I can't hear what he said. Can you hear what he said?
Hey, I'm gonna log off.
Okay.
All right, you guys have your conversation. All right, all right. Make
Okay,
life a little bit
I'm gonna-
easier.
Yeah, I'm gonna share this.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you, my friend. Unless that's
This is the email that Mike sent to the superintendent of schools in Dedham about me.
all right. So let me do this. You know, if that's the case, right? I'm gonna minimize this and shut this down.
And I want this to be heard. All right. Can you guys all hear me now? Yes? You guys kind of need to listen to what Kristen's going to tell you. I'll tell you a story while I eat my breakfast. This is nice. And this is the same police officer that we have been butting heads with from day one. And to go to this extent, I don't think is fair or correct. It's next level. And that's why I have no problem doing what I'm doing.
So, on March 18th, 2025, as most of you know, I drive a school bus, and I was driving my bus through Dedham Square, and I saw people I knew. So I did, and I waved, and I said hello. Well, Super Hardman decided, exact words, "You're being annoying." Okay, sorry. I can be annoying if I want to be, but at least that's what I thought. So, he was with another trooper, smaller guy. I think his name is Anthony. And Anthony approached the driver's side window of my bus, and he told me to give him my license. I'm like, what? He's like, give me your license. I'm like, really? Why? And then he just got loud. Give me your license. I'm like, hey, I am. And so then Hardiman walks off, and they're looking at my license, and he said, take a picture of it. And
Were the
Parents-
kids in the school bus?
Yes, there was.
Huh.
So at this point, actually, let me back up just a little bit. So after Hardman said I was being annoying, Trooper Anthony started to approach the bus and he said, "Stop, give me your ID." So I did. Where did I stop? But on the cross. Didn't really have a choice. If I had continued to drive forward, that would have just been a whole new other thing. It would have been like fleeing scene and disobeying an officer, and that would have just been 10 times worse. So I stopped where I was, and it just so happened to have landed me on a crosswalk. So when Hardiman was talking to Anthony, he said, "Oh yeah, look, it's right there on a crosswalk too." So I don't remember if it was Hardiman or Anthony that had said, "Why can't you just do your job?" And I had to bite my tongue because I really wanted to say, "I will do my job when you do yours." But I didn't. I behaved a little bit. I will say I was extremely rude, but you know, that's my God-given right. If I want to be rude, I'll be rude. So anyway, that was that. And he said, "We will be mailing you a citation." And I said, "Okay, great. Thank you. Have a great day." So anyways, later that day, so like instantly I told my boss right away. You know, there's no transparency with me and her. Anything I do, I always tell her before, just so that she's not caught off guard. So later on, he tells me that the superintendent of schools received an email about me. This email was from Mike. Good afternoon.
Same trooper, by the way.
I was wondering if the bus driver, Kristen Anderson, has been spoken to. Her beeping and her screaming in front of the courthouse is not what we consider proper behavior. Our children are seeing this behavior, and we need to answer their questions. We feel they are too young to be hearing about police corruption, murder, etc. This has nothing to do with the case going on, but her inappropriate behavior. She is getting paid to drive a bus, not scream her opinions for her 2 minutes of fame. She did this last year also, but is much more vocal, and the case hasn't even started yet. She has the right to do whatever she pleases on her own time. When she is yelling from a bus while getting paid seems very wrong. Today, she was being so loud and obnoxious, beeping her horn, that state trooper went over to her. I don't know if she got a ticket or just a lecture. Hopefully you, or the correct person, will speak to her. Thank you, Mike. Well, first of all, Mike, there are video cameras all over the inside of my bus. There are video cameras on the outside of my bus. Not only that, my buddy here, Thomas Saroja, when he sees a school bus, he generally looks to see if it's me. This time, it was me. Usually that's not my route, but I was covering someone else's route, so I had to go through that area. So anyways,
I got it all on film. The whole entire interaction
right.
from before you even got into the intersection.
Yep. And I clipped that interaction as well. I was not screaming.
Nope.
I never said a thing about corruption, murder, nothing. The kids didn't even know
They had no idea. They didn't even know
The
how
police
right.
officer was talking to me.
Yeah.
They had no idea. Maybe the kids in the front seat did, but they didn't
I don't
really
think so.
say anything. They're kindergarten. They weren't even paying attention. They were chit-chatting with their friends, talking about whatever. The mic is cracking.
Sorry,
Nothing we can do. Sorry. Location.
the internet.
This part of Dedham thing, like really bad. But yeah, so I did not scream anything out the window. They can say it all they want. I have video. My boss has the video. And
That better, guys. I turned on noise cancellation. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it.
I have been in touch with Mark Randazzo.
Man,
I don't really, only thing I really know what he said was, I recognized was metadata.
Yeah.
Something about the metadata. Tell them to not delete any emails that the superintendent received. I'm like, okay. So I just told my boss, don't delete anything. Just leave it. For the metadata. She's like, I don't know what metadata is. I'm like, neither do I.
it's the information that's attached to every single picture that tells you where, when, and how it was recorded.
Okay.
So,
anyways, I did receive a citation in the mail
Sure.
for $245.
and it goes against your license, your insurance, by the way.
Yeah.
Violation,
Yeah,
which is not good.
but the one thing I have going for me is the fact that I have never had a citation ever.
It wasn't even a movie violation.
No, but it I don't know. This is uniform citation. So I looked up the Mass General Law, and one of them, I don't know. I don't really understand it. It didn't really
If anything, it would be a noise ordinance, but you can't have a noise ordinance in public.
correct. So, the first one was Mass General Law, Chapter 90,
Yep, that's moving.
Section 7, subsection B, which is civil.
Yep.
And that's a foreign violation. That was cited for $40. Then, the second one was Mass General Laws, Chapter 89, Section 11. Crosswalk violation. I read that.
They told you to stop exactly where you were and you did.
Correct.
There was traffic there too, for at the light.
Yes. Because everyone kept
Hit the light.
hitting the lock button, so the light kept turning on. But I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not the greatest with the legal mumbo jumbo reading the Mass General Laws. I did have to do it when I was in animal control, but that was my section that I needed to know about, and I understood it. But other stuff I don't really understand. But what I did understand was that was to be a violation of not more than $200. He gave me a citation of $205 for a crosswalk violation.
Yeah, so he's probably doing that. No one will get tossed out.
Right.
That's like a technicality. So he's doing that just to waste your time and your day.
Right.
So yeah, he did it on purpose.
Because I mean, if I were to read it right, it says of no more than $200.
Right.
So
I mean,
he gives me a violation of 205. So that's over.
but is that per charge? Well, yeah. So he may get you 2 days, right?
Well, no. So 205 from just the crosswalk.
Yeah, no.
And
It's one
the
violation.
one violation is $40.
So the $245 ticket.
Correct.
$245 for beeping her horn.
Right. Then I had to pay the $25 court fees to file, which that's fine. Whatever, $25 doesn't matter. And I'm not going to pay it because I'm not guilty. I mean, if I were to pay it, that's going to be admission of guilt in my ass.
Accident.
And okay, did I use the horn? Yes, I did. However, buffer zone was not a thing. And he specifically said, I'm annoying.
Yep.
You can't give me a $40 ticket because I'm being annoying. Well,
You can't. However, he did.
but that's on video.
All of it.
So my boss downloaded it, and I don't know about the audio on the outside of the bus, but I'd have to ask her to see if you can hear him say that. Then I was speaking to somebody online, said, Kristen, I was there, and I went up to him immediately and asked, what did she do wrong? He said her bus was blocking the crosswalk. Well, I said, you can't control how the traffic stopped in front of her.
Yep.
And he says, you should have anticipated and stopped before blocking a crosswalk. Really? You can't anticipate that.
Now with the trooper in the road, now with the trooper giving you instructions from the ground, how far up are you? You're 10 feet, 7 feet up in the air.
Maybe from the
So he's yelling up to you.
correct.
Yeah, no. All right, Charles on. All right, let's do that.
Reporting an unresponsive male party in the snow outside a residence at 34 Fairview Road in that town. Officers responded and discovered the man, later identified as John O'Keefe, off the roadway in the front lawn area. Officers identified 3 women with Mr. O'Keefe, one of whom was the defendant, Karen Reed, girlfriend of Mr. O'Keefe. The defendant had been with Mr. O'Keefe the previous evening at 2 different bars in Canton and had driven with him to this residence in the early morning hours of this date. Mr. O'Keefe was treated by paramedics from the Canton Fire Department, transported to the Good Samaritan Medical Center, where he was subsequently pronounced deceased. The Commonwealth alleges that the defendant struck Mr. O'Keefe with her vehicle earlier that morning and then left the scene while Mr. O'Keefe lay injured in the snow during a blizzard. The defendant denies these allegations. She is presumed to be innocent and has pled not guilty. Ms. Reed is charged with second-degree murder. She is also charged with manslaughter while operating under the influence of alcohol and leaving the scene after causing personal injury or death. I will describe those crimes in detail at the end of the case when I teach you the law, but briefly, murder is the unlawful killing of a human being. There are various ways in which the Commonwealth can prove a murder case, and the Commonwealth is permitted to proceed under all theories it believes it can prove. Here, the Commonwealth alleges that the defendant committed murder and that that murder was murder in the second degree. In order to prove the defendant guilty of second-degree murder, the Commonwealth must prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant committed an unlawful killing and that it was done with malice. In comparison, involuntary manslaughter is an unintentional, unlawful killing caused by wanton or reckless conduct. These terms and the elements of the crimes will be explained to you in detail at the end of the case before you begin your deliberations. Now, at the outset, I would like to address the issue of public interest in this case and the duty of this court to adhere to the rule of law. John Adams said that we are a government of laws, not of men, and that the law must be deaf to the clamoring of the public. He meant that while public opinion about a given subject may ebb and flow, the law must be steady, reliable, and even-handed. We know that on the subject of this case, there are people advocating for one outcome or another with intensity, but without the benefit of having heard or seen any evidence at all. The law works in a different way, and the difference is crucial to our system of justice. The jurors selected for this trial will hear and judge the evidence. They will decide what the facts are, and where the evidence is contested, they will determine where the truth lies. Ultimately, the jury will decide whether the Commonwealth has carried its burden of proving that Ms. Reed is guilty of any crime beyond a reasonable doubt. People outside of this building have rights, and we know that they have voices. But this criminal trial will be decided by an independent jury, free from outside interference, based only upon the evidence presented in this courtroom and the law. This is the only way to ensure that every person who comes before the court receives a fair trial. It is just that simple and that important. So while public comment will likely continue, the rule of law will be upheld. In order to determine your eligibility to serve on this case, I'm going to ask questions to you all as a group, and then I'm going to ask you to fill out a supplemental questionnaire. We have found that the use of this questionnaire is helpful for several reasons. First, there are some personal questions on it, and we ask that you be candid. In addition, the process of filling out the questionnaire provides the opportunity to be more reflective as you answer the questions, rather than being put on the spot and asked to give immediate answers. After you fill out the questionnaire, we will have you come up to the sidebar one at a time so that we can follow up with you on your answers to the questionnaire and to my questions. I want to thank you in advance for your patience as we go through this process. As you may know, the lawyers for the parties participate in the selection of the jury. Under our law, each of the parties has the right to exercise what we call juror challenges. This means that each party has the right to challenge a certain number of prospective jurors for any reason or for no reason at all. Therefore, some of you may be excused during the impanelment procedure. If you're not selected for jury service on this case, please do not think it's a reflection upon you and don't take it personally. We don't think that somehow you're not a fair person. You will be directed back to the jury room and perhaps picked on a different case. In a little while, I'll pose a number of questions to you as a group. You have taken an oath that requires you to truthfully answer these questions and all questions posed to you. If your answer to any question is yes, I will ask at the time that you raise your hand and hold up your juror card in the air with the numbers facing out so that the court officer can read them. You don't have to take your cards out now. I'll tell you when you need to take your cards out. The fact that you answer yes to one of my questions does not mean that you're automatically disqualified from jury service. It simply means that there are matters that the lawyers and I need to discuss with you. If you find a question posed to the group overly intrusive, you may elect to answer that question at sidebar. I may have additional questions for you which relate to issues in this case that may be raised during the trial and are designed to give us more information regarding your ability to serve as a fair and impartial juror, and the lawyers are permitted to ask the questions for the same reason. This is not a test. There is no right or wrong answer. We simply want your best, most honest answer to our questions. At this point, I'm going to ask the lawyers to introduce themselves, and counsel for the defendant, introduce your client, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hank Brennan. I represent the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. I'd like to also meet my colleagues.
Good morning, my name is Laura McLaughlin. I'm an assistant attorney representing communities in Norfolk County. Thank you for being here this morning.
Morning, my name is Adam Lally, assistant district attorney with the Norfolk County Attorney's Office. I just want to thank you all for your time and attention today.
Okay, thank you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alan Jackson. I have the honor and privilege of representing Karen Reed, who is standing to my right.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Elizabeth Little, and I also have the honor of representing Ms. Reed.
Good morning. My name is Robert Alessi. I have the pleasure of representing Ms. Reed, and I thank you all for being here and for your time today.
morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Yannetti. I'm an attorney. I have offices in Boston and right here in Dedham. It's my privilege to represent Karen Reed.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Victoria George, and I also have the privilege of representing Ms. Reed.
Good morning, I'm Karen Reed. Thank you for being here.
All right, thank you all. Folks, I'm about to read you a rather lengthy witness list. I'd ask that you pay close attention to the names on this list. It doesn't mean that every single name you hear, that person will be called. There'll be names that will be called now that might be mentioned during the course of the trial. So it's really important that we understand whether or not you know these folks. So that will be a question I'll ask you. The names are alphabetical, but they're alphabetical by first name. Aidan Kearney from Jefferson, Massachusetts. Dr. Isaac Wolf from South Miami, Florida. Alfred Lopalato from Canton. Allison McCabe, Canton. Andre Porto, who is with the Massachusetts State Police Crime Lab. Andrew Klain from Bridgewater. Andrew Rentschler, who is a PhD from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Angela Malvone from Canton. Annie Chung from Canton. Anthony Flamati from the Canton Fire Department. Ashley Bell from Canton. Ashley Valaire from the Mass State Police Crime Lab. Brian Albert, Norwood. Brian Albert Jr., Boston. Brian Higgins from Sandwich. Brian Loughran, Canton. Brian Wanless, who is a retired officer of the Canton Police Department. Bridget Meehan, who is a keeper of the records from Canton. Caitlin Albert, Easton. Lieutenant Charles Ray from the Canton Police Department. Canton Police Chief Helena Rafferty. Chris Van E., who is a PhD from Novi, Michigan. Christina Hanley, Mass State Police. Christopher Albert, Canton. Christopher Curran, Canton. Colleen Crawford from the Norfolk DA's office. Colin Albert, Canton. Courtney Proctor, Canton. Kurt Roberts, also Canton. Daniel Whitley from the Canton Fire Department. Daniel Wolf, who is a PhD from Penns Park, Pennsylvania. Derek Ellington from Wake Forest, North Carolina, I'm sorry. Dr. Marie Russell, who's from Los Angeles. Dr. Elizabeth Loposada, who is from Providence, Rhode Island. Elizabeth Proctor, Canton. Eric Hanlon, Canton. Erin Beatty, Canton. Erin O'Keefe, West Bridgewater. Francis Walsh from the Canton Fire Department. Garrett Wing, Green Cove Springs, Florida. Gary Fowler from Brockton. Gregory Woodbury from Canton. Gretchen Voss, Boston. Hannah Knowles from the Mass State Police Crime Lab. Heather Maxon, Walpole. Erabito Hernandez from the Boston Police Department. Holly Price from Mountain View, California. Ian Whiffen from Vienna, Virginia. Dr. Irene Scorti-Bello, who is with the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner here in Massachusetts. James Crosby, who's a PhD from Jacksonville, Florida. Janet Reed from Dighton. Jason Becker from the Canton Fire Department. Jean DeMoulis from Canton. Jennifer McCabe, Canton. Jessica Hyde, Bridgeport, New York. John O'Keefe Sr., who lives in Braintree. Judson Welcher, PhD from a company called Aperture LLC. Julie Albert, Canton. Julie Nagel, Canton. Dr. Justin Rice from South Weymouth. There are two juveniles from Canton, one of whom has the initials KF and the other PF. Caitlin Boudreau, Raynham. Karina Kolakithas from Canton. Katie Camerano, Canton. Katie McLaughlin from the Canton Fire Department. Keeper of the records for Ring from Hawthorne, California. Kerry Curran, Canton. Kerry Roberts, Canton. Kevin Albert, Canton. Kevin O'Hara with the Massachusetts State Police. Lance Mello from the State Police Crime Lab. Laura Sullivan, Pembroke. Laurie Cahill, Worcester. Leslie Pearlstein, Canton. Lieutenant Michael Lank from the Canton Police Department. Louis Jutras, Canton. Lieutenant Brian Tully and Lieutenant John Fanning, both from the Massachusetts State Police. Lieutenant Paul Gallagher from the Canton Police Department. Maggie Gaffney from Bonita Springs, Florida. Mark Lopalato from Canton. Margaret O'Keefe, Canton. Marietta Sullivan, Pembroke. Mary Souza, Dighton. Matthew Amory from Canton. Matthew DeSogra, who is from Charlotte, North Carolina. Matthew Erickson from Grosse Pointe Farms, Michigan. Matthew Kelly, Canton Fire Department. Matthew Kelsch from the FBI. Matthew McCabe from Canton. Maureen Harnett, Mass State Police Crime Lab. Megan Mariani from New York, New York. Michael Camerano, Canton. Michael Easter, Los Angeles. Michael Trotter from the Canton Public Works Department. Michael Wagner, Foxborough. Mike Maroli, Bridgewater. Mike Rushworth from Thompson Station, Tennessee. Natalie Wyweek Berschneider from San Marino, California. Nathan Reed, Raynham. Nicholas Bradford, Lorton, Virginia. Nicholas Curran, West Roxbury. Nicholas Kolakathis from Canton. Nicole Albert from Norwood. Norfolk County District Attorney Michael Morrissey. Officer Kelly Deaver from the Boston Police Department. Officer Nicholas Barros from the Dighton Police Department. Patrick Haggerty from Somerset, Mass. Paul Wachowski from Melrose. Paul O'Keefe, Canton. Rebecca Bison, Canton. Rebecca Trayers, Norfolk, Mass. Dr. Renee Stonebridge, who is also from the Office of the Chief Medical Examiner in Boston. Richard Green, St. Pete Beach, Florida. Richard Donatino from Canton. Robert Gilman from Hull. Ryan Nagel, Canton. Sarah Levinson, Canton. Sergeant Brian Gallerini from the Needham Police Department. Sergeant Sean Good, Canton Police Department. Sergeant Paul DiGiampetito from Canton Police Department. Sergeant Yuri Buchanan, Mass State Police. Shannon Burgess from South Lake, Texas. Cheryl Waugh, Canton. Sophie Herzan, who is from the Mass State Police Crime Lab. Stephanie Devlin, also the Crime Lab. Stephen Mullaney, Canton Police Department. Steve Nelson, Norfolk County DA's Office. Stephen Bernstein, who is a keeper of the records from Stoughton. Stephen Ridge, Boston Police. Stephen Seraph, Canton Police. Stephen Scanlon, West Roxbury. Terry Kuhn, who is from Davis, California. Tess Chart, Lorton, Virginia. Thomas Beatty, Canton. Thomas Kelleher, Canton. Thomas Martin, Weymouth. Timothy Nuttall, who is with the Canton Fire Department. Tristan Morris, Easton. The following people are from the Mass State Police: Trooper Connor Keefe, Trooper David DeChico, Trooper Evan Brent, Trooper Jeffrey Koskowski, Trooper Joseph Paul, Trooper Kathleen Prince, Trooper Michael Proctor, Trooper Nicholas Garino, Trooper Zachary Clark. Wendell Robery from Canton, and William Reed from North Dighton, Mass. Those are the potential witnesses that you'll hear. So as you can tell, it's a long list of witnesses. This is going to be a long trial. The lawyers tell me that their best estimate on how long the evidence will take after we select a jury will be 6 to 8 weeks. We're in the process of selecting a jury. There's no way of knowing how long this process will take. So the trial itself, the evidence will take 6 to 8 weeks, and then the jury deliberates for as ever long as the jury needs to deliberate. So that's our schedule. For a daily schedule, what we will do is we'll start at 9. We'll have a break mid-morning around 11 o'clock for 20 minutes or so. We'll break for lunch around 1. That will be about 45 minutes. We'll have lunch brought into you folks, so you don't have to walk downtown and get lunch. We'll have lunch here for you every day. And in the afternoon, we'll go until about 4 o'clock, maybe some days later, some days earlier. Every day before we recess, I tell the jury whether or not we are ahead of schedule, on schedule, or behind schedule. And I can tell you, I don't think I've ever told a jury that we were behind schedule. So we try and keep things moving for you folks. So that's the schedule that we'll take. There'll be a few days and a few half days sprinkled in there that when you're selected, you'll get a schedule. Now, it might help if I give you a preview about some basic law that applies to all criminal cases like this. It's my job to teach the jury the law, and I don't do that completely until the end of the trial. So for now, I'll give you a very brief summary of some of the legal rules and principles that will govern the trial. First, and most basically, Ms. Reed starts this trial presumed to be innocent. The fact that she was arrested or that she was indicted is not proof of anything. An indictment is simply a piece of paper. It just makes an accusation. An indictment is a formal manner of accusing a person of a crime in order to bring that person to trial in the superior court. But it is only the jury, in other words, you folks, who can decide whether the prosecution has proved its case beyond a reasonable doubt. If the Commonwealth does not do that, then the presumption of innocence requires you to find the defendant not guilty. The law does not require a defendant to prove her innocence, to produce any evidence whatsoever, or to do anything other than attend the trial. This presumption of innocence remains with the defendant until you, the jury, make the determination after listening to and considering all of the evidence. So another similar important principle of law is that the defendant has an absolute right not to testify, since the entire burden of proof in this case is on the Commonwealth to prove that she is guilty. Under our system of law, a defendant has a perfect right to say to the Commonwealth, you accuse me, now you prove it, and prove it beyond a reasonable doubt and to a moral certainty. I do not have to say a word. If a defendant chooses not to testify, please know that it has nothing to do with the question of whether that defendant is guilty or not guilty. The jury must not consider it in any way or even discuss it in their deliberations. Jurors in a criminal case must determine whether the Commonwealth has proved its case beyond a reasonable doubt based solely on the testimony of the witnesses and the exhibits. That brings me to the requirement of proof beyond a reasonable doubt. What is proof beyond a reasonable doubt? The term is often used and probably pretty well understood, though it is not easily defined. Proof beyond a reasonable doubt does not mean proof beyond all possible doubt, for everything in the lives of human beings is open to some possible or imaginary doubt. A charge is proved beyond a reasonable doubt if, after you have compared and considered all of the evidence, you have in your minds an abiding conviction to a moral certainty that the charge is true. When we refer to moral certainty, we mean the highest degree of certainty possible in matters relating to human affairs, based solely on the evidence that has been put before you in a case. I have told you that every person is presumed to be innocent unless and until he or she is proved guilty, and that the burden of proof is on the Commonwealth. If you evaluate all the evidence and you still have a reasonable doubt remaining, the defendant is entitled to the benefit of that doubt and must be acquitted. It is not enough for the Commonwealth to establish a probability, even a strong probability, that the defendant is more likely to be guilty than not guilty. That is not enough. Instead, the evidence must convince you of the defendant's guilt to a reasonable and moral certainty, a certainty that convinces your understanding and satisfies your reason and judgment as jurors who are sworn to act conscientiously on the evidence. That is what we mean by proof beyond a reasonable doubt. Our system of justice depends on judges like me and jurors like you being able and willing to make careful and fair decisions. All people deserve fair and equal treatment in our system of justice, regardless of their race, national origin, religion, age, ability, gender, sexual orientation, education, income level, or any other personal characteristic. You have agreed to be fair, and I am sure that you want to be fair, but that is not always easy. One difficulty comes from our own built-in expectations and assumptions. They exist even if we're not aware of them and even if we believe we do not have them. Some of you may have heard this called implicit bias, and that is what I'm talking about. Of course, we judges have the same problem as everyone else, so let me share a few strategies that we have found useful. First, slow down. Do not rush to a decision. Hasty decisions are more likely to reflect stereotypes or hidden biases. Second, keep an open mind. Avoid drawing conclusions until the end of the case when you and your fellow jurors deliberate. Remember that when you deliberate, you will have all the evidence and all the time you need to make a careful decision. So there truly is no need to start making your mind up before then. Third, you should listen closely to all the witnesses. That is the best way to ensure that you decide this case based on the evidence and the law, instead of upon unsupported assumptions. Fourth, as you listen to the testimony about the people involved in this case, consider them as individuals rather than as members of a particular group. Finally, I might ask myself, would I view the evidence differently if the people were from different groups, such as different racial, ethnic, or gender identity groups? At the end of the case, I will remind you of these strategies and ask you to focus on the evidence instead of any unsupported assumptions you may have. All we ask is that you, individually and as a group, do your best to resolve this case based upon the evidence and the law, without sympathy, bias, or prejudice, to the best of your ability as human beings. Now, I know that some of this may be confusing, and perhaps all of it's confusing at this early stage of the case. You'll certainly be in a better position to understand this at the end of the case when you've heard all the evidence and I can explain the law in detail. So don't be worried if you didn't get everything that I said. Why am I telling you these things now? Because we need to know if you are able to follow the law in this case. You don't necessarily have to agree to the law, but all jurors have to follow the law and apply it as I describe it. So for jury selection, it's important to know if any of you might have some doubts whether you can accept and follow these legal principles. So now you can take your cards out because I'm about to ask you those questions. But before we begin, I understand that sometimes jurors don't fill out the questionnaires completely. Sometimes we're in a rush to get those forms in, or we might think that our situation does not apply to the question that's being asked. So because of that, if you know now that you may have left something out on your form, like maybe you were a witness to a case or a party in a case in court or a criminal defendant, if you've left anything out, please let us know at sidebar. And also we will ask you if there are things missing. Like some people I've seen haven't put their age on the form. So if it's not there, I'll ask you your age and other things like that. So, all right, first question. Do any of you folks or a close personal friend or family member know, or have you had any prior dealings with any of the witnesses? If your answer is yes, hold the card up until the court officer reads off your number.
Six, seven, nine.
Thank you. Do any of you folks or a close personal friend or family member know, or have you had any prior dealings with the lawyers in this case or the Norfolk County DA's office? I see one.
726.
Thank you. Do any of you folks or a close personal friend or family member have any financial or other personal interest whatsoever in this case or its outcome? I see no affirmative responses. If you have seen, heard, or talked about this case, would you please raise your hand now?
Sheriff 721 680 703 710 705 716 715 707 698 701 727 713 708 706 692 699 723 724 725 671 696
700 718 670 681 687 704 712 682, 717, 672, 726, 685, 678, and 702.
673, 674, 675, 688, 711, 719, 722, 709, 690, and 679.
All right, thank you very much. Please raise your hand if you've expressed or formed any opinion with respect to this case.
Juror 721, 680, 703, 705, 716, 715, 698, 701, 713, 708, 706, 723, 671, 696,
687, 704, 712, 702, 685, and 672.
711, 688, 673, 674, 719, 722, 679.
All right, thank you very much. Are any of you aware of any bias or prejudice that you may have in regard to this case or in favor of or against either of the parties? If you do, please raise your hand.
Juror 721, 703, 705, 715, 698, 701, 671, 696.
687, 704, 712, 672.
711, 688, 673.
All right, thank you. Do any of you folks have any difficulty hearing or any problem with understanding the English language, any physical or mental condition, or any religious or philosophical beliefs that would interfere with your ability to hear the evidence in this case, to understand the evidence, to concentrate during the trial, or to deliberate for the purpose of reaching a verdict? If so, please raise your hand.
Jury number 702,
699,
719.
Okay.
709.
All right, thank you. Would any of you folks have any difficulty applying the very important constitutional principles that I outlined for you this morning? First, that the burden of proof rests entirely with the Commonwealth. Second, that that burden of proof is proof beyond a reasonable doubt and to a moral certainty. And third, that the defendant has absolutely no burden to do anything. Is there anyone who has any difficulty with those concepts? I see no affirmative responses. I can tell you folks that after every jury trial, I talk to the jurors, and they tell me that they have found their service to be an interesting one, and many times they tell me it was a rewarding one. But I understand that for some jurors, sitting on this case may be a substantial hardship to you. And let me explain what I mean by that. Every civic duty we have causes us some inconvenience. This is more than just mere inconvenience. It's something that means you are excused for personal reasons to you, but the person sitting next to you has to then step into your spot. I generally think of it in terms of you have airline tickets or surgery scheduled for the period of time that this trial will go. But I will hear from anyone who thinks they have a substantial hardship. If that's you, please raise your card.
Juror 691, 680, 710, 705, 716, 698, 701, 713, 708, 706, 692, 723, 725, 671, 696.
670, 681, 672, 702.
711, 674, 675, 688, 719, and 722.
All right. Thank you. So in a minute, I'm going to leave the bench to give you a chance to fill out those questionnaires. I ask that you not talk to anyone or share with any other prospective juror any questions, comments, or concerns that you may have about jury duty, either generally or specifically about this case. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to bring them up to me at sidebar when we meet. So we'll leave now.
All rise for the court, please.
Hey, you be seated, folks. We're gonna go.
Goodbye.
In the top corner, the jury number on the questionnaire is going to be a big number as well. Please state your story by way of Florida. They have the written tell us one of us.
Hello, friends. Are you here? I'm trying to turn it now. Hello. Let me see where I'm at. There we go. How are you guys? Been a crazy morning. I just want to tell you guys, thank you all for being with us and staying with us. There's nothing. I was just waiting for you to come up back on. You hear me?
Right here, my girl.
Okay. I was just waiting for you to pop back on. I didn't want to leave it blank, so.
Yeah. So are they just filling out the juror questionnaires now? Is that what they're doing?
They're doing juror questionnaires. Melanie asked me how my son is doing. I haven't really told everybody. I told a couple people, but we went to St.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We know, but no one else knows.
Yeah.
Oops.
It's not good news either way. One could be his cancer spreading. One could be he has neurofibroma, benign tumors growing, but that can cause him to go paralyzed. So it's nothing's good.
Poor kid, my goodness.
He can't catch a break.
I know.
But
Keep praying. You can't keep praying. Not gonna stop on that one.
it's a struggle.
Yeah.
As a mom, I can't fix it, so I hate that.
Yeah, that's probably the most frustrating thing in the world.
Yeah.
I can only imagine.
It is. It's a pain, and I hate it. But we'll find out more in 3 months. We just gotta wait 3 more months, which
There
is
you go.
nothing, right? Nothing.
Well, you got the trial in the meantime. That'll keep you busy. I promise you there.
That's right. Well, that's how why I started. That's why I started YouTube. And that's why I got into it. I kind of left all social media and stopped talking to anybody like from anywhere else and just got into YouTube to make my mind go away. Found all you guys, and so now I love being here. So
It's funny how God puts people in your life at certain places at certain times.
yeah,
Like you came along at the perfect time. Really did.
Some people come for a reason, and some people are there for a season. But I know who's here for a reason. So
how many jurors do we know? How many jurors went in today?
let me check on. I didn't check X, but yesterday they only had like 47.
Yeah.
I don't know. I let me check X real
Jeff
quick.
Machado.
Yeah.
Oh, she's doing the other trial, isn't she?
Is she?
I think she is.
Let me see if Aiden says anything. He usually goes for the first part. There's 47 jurors there today. 45 of 47 have said they read or have discussed the case. 27 of 47 say they have an opinion on the case. And 15 of 47 say they are biased about the case. That's Aiden.
Wow.
So,
like I was telling Mike, I know somebody that was a juror. They went through that whole process. They didn't get picked, but they went through it. They were close.
Yeah. I think like the first like 3 days when they had the bigger amount, they had a chance to find more jurors. Now I don't even think like they didn't find any yesterday. I don't think today is going to be good. Doesn't look good. But we'll see.
Yeah, I hope the jury is not tampered with.
I mean, I'm glad like when they say 47 out of 47, 46 have heard or discussed the case. Like I'm glad they put that out there. It's a big deal.
Right.
So.
All right. I don't know what to do now. Kind of in limbo here.
Well, I'm here, but I don't know if you want to stay on. I don't know if you want to.
Why don't we do this? Do I have it? Kelly,
Yes.
can you go into the email, the mods email?
Yeah.
I just sent the documents. Maybe get them and pull them up on the screen.
You sent it to the mod. There it is.
Yeah.
All right. Let me pull it up.
So this is what was filed. One of them, I don't think you need to show. Like, there's one for me and one for somebody else. To show the one for me, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. I gotta log in because I haven't logged in on this computer. 2 seconds.
Yep. I was thinking of driving by Mr. Reddington's office on the way back.
Really?
Yeah, to check it out.
Since he is moving things, moving addresses.
Yep.
How?
Why would you do that, right?
Especially when you're in the middle of a trial.
Right.
Because, you know.
Suspicious.
Simplify your sign. Okay, continue. It's making me add my finger to it. Hold on. You know, and it's like once the
passkey.
All right, signed in. Let's see where I'm at here. So much to do. Go.
Get the big document.
Yeah, I got let me see which one. There's Exhibit B. Is that the one? That's the one. Exhibit.
I'm up in the top left-hand corner.
Okay, hold on.
Let me just
Oh, here's is it restraining order?
memo. Is there a see the memo?
Hold on. Yeah. Well, I did, and then I knocked out. Hold on. I'm doing it concrete in a weird way, so sorry guys. I was doing it on the other side of my couch, so okay.
15 pages of love.
There we go.
See that says
Send.
Avon in the bushes.
Rain.
Yep.
Ooh,
That's the document for you guys to read. I'm driving, so I can't read it, unfortunately.
All right,
But
let me see. I'm trying to
the document.
without making it too big. All right, can you guys see that pretty good? Okay, so this is to Jeffrey Noble. An oral argument requested. Plaintiff's memorandum of law in support of motion for a temporary restraining order and for preliminary injunction, or in the alternative, an injunction pending appeal. It says the Karen Reed prosecution and trial has gained unprecedented amount of local interest. Plaintiffs are two Massachusetts journalists who have been reporting on it. Now they face certain jail and likely jail time if they do what journalists do: report from the sidewalk outside the courthouse where the trial is occurring. Why? Because of the unconstitutional, unlawful prior restraint zone imposed by the state judge acting outside her authority, because officers of the Massachusetts State Police are overzealously using the pretext of the prior restraint zone to prevent the media from engaging in constitutionally protected news gathering. This court is requested to enjoin the enforcement of the prior restraint zone to the extent that it prevents news gathering, and if court fails to find that it does not prevent news gathering, to enjoin law enforcement from interfering with news gathering on public sidewalks.
Right.
So
that's pretty much the gist of it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's the deal there, my friends. So we're doing what we can to fight it.
Well, I, for one, am glad that they, they actually said on the news yesterday that you are a journalist, because you are. And I don't like when people say that they're, they're not.
Well, I mean, I'm more of a content creator than a journalist, but I am a journalist as much as I'm a content creator.
But the
It's just,
fact that your footage was used on the Discovery ID.
yep, I'm a
Stuff.
producer. That's being a what's that called? That's called something else.
What do you mean?
Another name. Get the name of it.
But this restraining order, did you want me to pull up the actual restraining order?
No, it's okay. It's nothing really. I just wanted to show that to the people so they had an idea of what's going on. Wow.
Well, I'm proud of you guys for standing up for it, because I think it's something that you guys need to do.
Yeah, and again, I do I do it for you guys, and he does this for his guys, right? I mean, that's what we do, right? Not hard. But we do what we can, and making it really freaking hard to do anything. So there you go.
And it's because they don't want anyone supporting Karen down there. That's the main reason. I mean,
And Hardman, his buddy Chip got fired, so he's gonna take it out on us.
Yeah.
He's friends with Proctor.
Exactly.
So sorry, Mr. Hardman, pick better friends.
But we're not the ones
Unless,
that
of course, you know,
It was
he agrees with Proctor,
the MSP fired him, not us.
right?
Well, they're the ones that held the court hearing. They're the ones that interviewed him for 3 days. They're the ones that made the decision. So
Yep. Well,
no, they did not put a restraining order on Tom and Michael. Michael and Tom has a restraining order
against them.
Restraining order against them. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'll just pull it up so they can see it.
I think I have.
All right. Let me see. Take the comment down. So basically, it says plaintiff's motion for temporary restraining order and for preliminary injunction, or in the alternative, an injunction pending appeal. Pursuant to Rule Civil Procedure 65B, plaintiffs Tom and Michael respectfully move the Honorable Court for a temporary restraining order and preliminary injunction enjoining defendants Jeffrey Noble, Sergeant Hardman, and officers John Doe's 1 and 2, their agents and employees, and all persons acting in concert with them, from unlawfully and unconstitutionally prohibiting plaintiffs from engaging in protective news gathering activities, including recording police activity on public sidewalks in Dedham, Massachusetts, with special attention paid to the buffer zone unconstitutionally imposed by Judge Cannoni. In support hereof, plaintiffs refer to the accompanying memorandum of law in support hereof and exhibits thereto, incorporated herein by reference. A brief overview of the memorandum follows. Due to the Karen Read trial, the Norfolk County Superior Court instituted an unconstitutional buffer zone, which serves as a prior restraint zone surrounding Norfolk County Courthouse. The zone itself is constitutionally impermissible, which is the primary issue in Grant v. Trial Court of Commonwealth, the protester case. Plaintiffs here echo the challenges to the imposition of the zone, but recognize that their arguments are duplicative of arguments already at issue in the protester case. Plaintiffs in this case seek additional injunctive relief against the Mass State Police for imposing the unlawful prior restraint zone orders against journalists reporting for the Karen Read trial, which has generated an unprecedented amount of public interest and attention. So I'm not going to go any further, but that's the gist of it, guys.
Yep.
So
Amazing. I have a project we need to work on.
a project.
Yeah.
Okay.
And need to do this here. Oh, no. Oh, no. What's up for tomorrow, guys? Anyone? Anybody?
What is up for tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Anybody?
I don't know. Is there something special tomorrow?
Yes, sir, TV. Me and Kristen are going on to that.
You're on Justice Served tomorrow, huh?
Yep. Gonna be a great time.
On Friday, we have you and Mikey with me on Talk Time with Amy and Kelly.
Yep. And I'm thinking maybe a pizza party.
A pizza party.
Yeah, up for that. Keep an eye out. Try and raise a little bit of money. Karen.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yep.
Also,
Fine.
Noodles wanted to ask about the ducks when we're going to do the duck race.
That's right.
So
yeah. Oh, what's going on? What's tonight? Is there a meeting tonight, Kelly?
No, it was moved to the 15th, I think.
Okay.
Is the voting.
That's what it was.
And then everybody get out there and vote for Sue Harrington.
Yes, please.
Let's get Connolly off that board. Because that would be a big start. What was the other thing? Tonight is Tuesday, so Turtle Boy.
Good 8 coming on.
That's right. Vote Susan Harrington. And honestly, she spoke at the audit committee meeting on Saturday.
Yeah. How was it? How was she?
She was great. She was really good.
Good.
I'm glad she got out there and said something to them and asked questions because it shows she cares.
Yep. Did you see the message in the chat?
Let me see.
It's kind of important. Don't read it.
Why am I not reading?
Don't read it. Don't read it out loud.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah, we got some stuff going on, guys. All good stuff. And you're gonna be hearing about it. I promise you. You'll all be hearing about this. What else? I need to do some FOIA requests. Listen, if you guys want a FOIA, if you guys want something FOIA'd, I need you to send me an email, cputom@gmail. Send me an email, and I'll do the FOIA. If you want something specific, you need to put specifics in it. And here's the thing. You can't ask for, I want all bills for gas in the month of January. Like, that's a lot for every fuel time they filled up for the vehicles. But if we asked, for example, has the town paid Brian Albert's company any money? All they gotta do is do a query in their QuickBooks search and they can give you an answer. Quick and easy.
Yeah.
We do a lot of quick and easy.
I would like to know when Mr.
Right?
Tim Taylor repaid the town back.
Right. Like that's the one
Because
thing.
he didn't-
That's it. Where's that invoice?
Right.
Right?
Because
Where's the receipt?
there was no invoice to pay. So how did he pay the town back?
Exactly
was
my
in-
point. Thank you very much. Yep.
It was in 2023, and he didn't pay it until they caught it
In the audit.
November, anytime in November to now with the audit. It would have never been brought up had people not said anything.
Yep.
So,
Pretty awesome. And by the way, everyone that's donated, was that $100? What?
Yeah, I don't know where it's from.
Oh my word.
Did anyone else hear Kerry Roberts say he lived on Meadow and the call was Sergeant Good? It really sounded like she used past tense, lived, not lives. Was it just me? Or did she
Yeah.
not say that?
Yeah. That's I have to listen to that thing again, but that's a great point. He did live in Meadows. He did do this. He was a cop. Her verbiage is big. No doubt.
Idea, gather outside the zone, dress in all black. You saw it. We saw that one earlier.
Yeah.
And then the advocate said, "Thank you. You're so awesome."
Thank you, advocate. I'm not. It's really, guys. It's really not me. It's you guys. It's to me.
Yeah,
This
but
to me.
you get
This
up every
easy
day.
part.
You get
What
dressed.
what the girls do is the hard part. So the mods are the ones that make this all happen. Not necessarily me as much as it's them. So the mods are the reason we're all here.
And Glenn said, "Ducks quack him up." And then he responded to himself saying, "Glenn, thank you for doing that."
Oh, results should be by 8 o'clock tonight, right? We'll know whether or not Conley made it.
I don't know. Being in Florida, I don't know when they do all that stuff. So
Yeah,
You guys-
we'll know by 8 o'clock tonight. So,
we can
it's
come
Glenn. Good morning. Good morning, Glenn.
we can post it in the community page of our YouTube too.
Yeah. Yep.
So that way you guys
Yep.
will know what the results were.
All right, guys, girls, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna bounce.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go up and clean this house. So,
I'm gonna take a nap.
but
It'll be a
well,
long night, guys.
just remember,
Right.
you're the one that gets up every day, drives there in a nice outfit, and stands there for us. So just know we appreciate that.
Yep, I know. It's a mutual thing amongst all of us.
That's
I mean,
right.
again, just the people that come up to me and say thank you. It's so heartwarming. It makes it all worthwhile. All the cold days, and
You help people like me who can't be there.
we're trying to help everybody, right?
Yeah. So it helps. And, I feel like I'm part of it whenever I can watch you down there. So,
I'm just psyched that guy lived. That's so big to me. So happy.
and said, Kirk's is saying FOIA Hardman's arrest records.
Yeah, he's in a different unit altogether that they don't really do arrests like you would think. It's a community action team, a CAT team they call it. So it's just, I hate to say it, but they're a waste.
All right. Well, I'm going to jump down and let you.
All
do
right,
your-
Cal.
you can
Take
end
care,
this-
dear.
All right. We'll talk soon.
Take care. So, yeah, again, please, everybody, please hit the like, subscribe, become a member if you like. Glenn likes to be a member. Glenn likes to be a member 50 times around. But yeah, hit the like button if you don't mind. I appreciate it. And expect us here tomorrow. We will see everybody tomorrow. Same time, same place, same thing. And tomorrow we get Justice Served TV. Don't Don't miss that. I think they're going to be on tonight too. Great show. Highly recommend you watch it. And with that said, I'm going to leave you all to enjoy the rest of the day. Hope you all are well. Hope you all get some rest. And we'll see you in the morning. So thank you all for everything. And we'll see you tomorrow.